Ms. Marvel. Blade. Doctor Strange.
Watch each other's back.
You got it.
I would warn you to be careful in Niffleheim. It is a land of great magic and unusual creatures. It is populated mostly by frost giants, but you might also meet up with Vola. She is a prophetess who is quite adept at predicting the future. Apparently, it is a land of great magic, most notably Raven Spire. The towering peak is a focal point of Asgardian powers. It could be. Rumor has it a sorcerer of his powers could perform some incredible magic there. It was my pleasure.
It's good to see you. Thanks to your having freed the gods, the situation is slowly coming under control. Most definitely. There were quite a few gods who had been on Earth that were able to return through Bifrost and help in the battle to retake Asgard. Only a madman would attempt something like that. Odin's the single most powerful god in Asgard. While I appreciate your guessing at Doom's motives, I have top men looking into that right now. All this idle speculation is gaining us nothing. It was no problem.
Yes.
Hello. Is there something I can do for you? Raven Spire is located there, and that's supposed to possess some very strange mystical powers. It's also rumored to be the place where Odin hid the Destroyer armor. It's an enchanted armor created by Odin that's supposed to activate at Ragnarok. The truly unique thing about this is, you don't wear it. You project your consciousness into it. When a person comes in contact with the Destroyer, his mind leaves his body and enters the armor. The person's body then becomes motionless. No one's even damaged it, and a lot of very powerful people have tried. Usually, the wearer's body has to be found, or somehow the person has to be tricked into leaving the armor. Hey, anytime.
Got it.
Greetings, and welcome back. How may I be of assistance? Dr. Doom is the head of the group, but his lieutenants are Ultron, Baron Mordo, and Enchantress. Only very recently, since the attack on the helicarrier. I believe we will soon find out his ultimate reason for taking up with them. Feel free to return if you require additional information.
Okay by me.
Greetings, human. I would ask that you travel to Niffleheim to see how Odin fares. We have not heard from him in quite some time. Odin in danger? Very doubtful. But he could require assistance. He has gone there to quell an army of frost giants who seek to take full control of that land. Yes, he has taken Gungnir, the Spear of Heaven. It is golden, has 3 prongs, and is made of uru, the metal Thor's hammer is made of. They are huge creatures native to the frozen land of Niffleheim. For eons, they have been the enemy of the Asgardian gods. Though simple-minded, frost giants are cunning and violent. They are also extremely strong, and are a match for almost any god. The strongest of them is their leader, Ymir. He is one of the oldest creatures in all of Asgard, and the very first frost giant. Being the first, he differs from his followers. He is covered in frost, and is able to generate intense cold. Ymir is also incredibly strong. It was my pleasure.
Sheesh! Can you believe Fury was holding out on us about what the Black Widow was up to? And here we was all believing she was a traitor!
Don't go lumping me in with the rest of you guys. I never thought she was a traitor.
Oh, you did too! The evidence pointed right at her. You were just letting her pretty face cloud your judgment, kiddo.
What are you talking about? Yeah, she's hot, but I looked past that. I had a feeling she was innocent.
Oh, you had a feeling, all right. But it had nothing to do with Black Widow's innocence.
How could you say that? I see women as more than just something to be admired.
Oh, is that so? Well then, what's Black Widow's real name?
It's, Nadia. Or Nancy, or something like that.
Yeah. Wow, talk about a mind blower. How could Nick have kept that information from us? How could he not tell us he suspected what Doom's plans were all along? We may take shots at each other, but it's all in fun. Johnny's a good kid, even if he is like a little yipping poodle most of the time. Nah, you got it all wrong. I love the little darling. I only get the urge to clobber him once in a while. No problem.
I don't know about you, but I'm plenty steamed at Fury. Why'd he leave us in the dark about this whole Imperium thing? Me? I've been a part of just about anything you could name. The Avengers, Alpha Flight. Heck, I've even been a Horseman of Apocalypse. Oh yeah, bad guys have managed to get their hooks into me a couple of times. The Hand's been the most recent. They brainwashed me and turned me into an enemy of the state. I was running around attacking everyone I used to work with. Thanks to Fury, I got back to myself. Then Elektra and I went and paid the Hand a little visit, just to set things straight. No problem.
Your friend Weasel continues to stare at me. Interested. Romantically? Please. I just ate. This is absurd. How could a toad like that even think he is worthy of the affections of the great Valkyrie? In years gone by, I was able to gather warriors from Earth, but I was recently told we were no longer allowed to do that. It was by order of Odin, an order I do not agree with, but it is not my place to argue with the mightiest of the gods. I assume you are joking. I would sooner stick both hands in the mouth of Fenris as talk to that pasty-faced human. Nay, I say to you, he smells of greasy food and breathes through his mouth. I bid thee good day, human.
You got it.
Hi. Yes, when I was pregnant with him, I stepped down from active duty, and Crystal took my place in the Fantastic Four. She's one of the Inhumans. While Crystal was a member of the team, she was Johnny's girlfriend. But as things tend to go with my brother, it wasn't a long-lasting relationship. They were the results of the Kree having experimented on humans during our Stone Age. Their goal was to build an army of super soldiers to aid in the war against the Skrull. The Kree did succeed in creating humans with supernatural abilities, but they abandoned the experiment. And the Inhumans are the result. It was my pleasure.
Yeah.
So, are you ready for Niffleheim? From what I've heard, it's quite an amazing place. There's a mountain there known as Raven Spire. It's supposed to be some sort of special zone where very powerful magic can be performed. It's a focal point of Asgardian magic. An average sorcerer could become very, very powerful while at the top of the mountain. I think everyone's about ready for Weasel to leave. Colossus came back late last night after a week-long trip to Russia. He found Weasel in the kitchen and wound up putting him through a wall. Karma managed to get between them and explain who Weasel was. Come back anytime, my friend.
News of my father is most disturbing. We should leave for Niffleheim immediately. Many would trust in his strength and say Odin cannot be defeated. Yes, with Loki involved, my father could be in great danger. There is no telling what the god of evil has planned. I have battled it several times, and it truly is invincible. The metal it is constructed of is harder than Uru. A mystical metal known only to Asgard. It is even harder than adamantium. My hammer, the Mjolnir, is constructed of it, as are several other enchanted weapons of my people. It was given to me by my father, Odin. It is enchanted so that only those it deems noble enough can lift it. My father had me endure many trials so that I would become worthy of Mjolnir. There were many times I would measure my success by seeing how far I could lift it from the ground. Yes, my father, the X-Man named Storm, Captain America, and Beta Ray Bill. An alien who, after a great many trials, became the protector of his people. He picked up my hammer not knowing its true power, and Mjolnir deemed him worthy to lift it. You are welcome, my friend.
I remember you. Weren't we on that one mission where we did that one thing against that one guy and we won? Oh yeah, me and Weasel go way back. I saved him from a life of drudgery, working at some high-paying job. Thanks to me, he's now hiding out in rat holes and dodging bullets as a mercenary of the information highway. Tell me about it. I mean, who needs a cushy job and security when you can have adventure and the promise of a short life? He's like the ultimate Boy Scout. Unless, of course, money's involved. He'd sell his grandma's walking cane for $1. As a matter of fact, I bought his grandma's walking cane for $1. Oh yeah, 100%. Maybe. A bit. No. He's probably making it all up. Ooh! Wanna hear me play the 1812 Overture with my armpit?
Hey, could you, go talk to Valkyrie and, see if she's interested in getting to know me a little better? Oh, please. If there's one thing I know, it's women. I've got like a sixth sense, and I'm thinking Valkyrie's got her eye on me. I've had enough of the place. Now that I'm done with this job, I'm splitting. Like I tell you, then Fury'd find out and he'd throw me in prison. Once things have cooled down, I'll contact you for my pay. Don't I know it? So, did Valkyrie say anything about me? Don't I know it? That password you gave me into Black Widow's account was perfect. I got all the info I need to prove she's a traitor. Well, sweet little Black Widow has traveled to Latveria several times in the last few weeks. And get this, a large amount of cash was recently wired to her account. Now Fury's gotta believe she's working for Dr. Doom.
All right, I'm here. What was so important that we couldn't discuss it outside?
Colonel Fury, we think Black Widow might be a spy for Dr. Doom.
We found a laptop that belonged to Black Widow back on the helicarrier. It held detailed security information on a SHIELD think tank known as the Imperium.
We also discovered that large amounts of money have been transferred to her bank account, and she has recently made trips to Latveria.
Why are you spying on my personnel when you should be focusing on the Masters of Evil?
What's wrong with you, Fury? Didn't you hear a word they said? The Black Widow's selling the Imperium to Doom.
You got it all wrong. Doom broke into the Imperium a month ago and stole some very top-secret plans. Black Widow had that laptop because she'd been given the job of upgrading the security there.
But what about the money and the trips to Latveria?
I had sent her to Latveria in hopes of bribing one of Doom's people to get back a particular plan he stole.
What is so important about this particular plan, Colonel?
It's called Operation All-Father. It was developed in case the Asgardians ever became a threat to us. It dealt with stealing Odin's power by using the Twilight Sword.
So that's what Doom's been up to. He's out to become the most powerful god in Asgard. And you knew all along.
I was never completely sure.
Well, I think you can be now. I only hope we didn't find out too late.
Agreed. We had best get to Niffleheim quickly and save Odin before Doom is able to complete his scheme.
Dr. Doom.
Bring on the bad guys! All right.
The final phase of our plan is about to commence. The attack on the Omega base, the kidnapping of the X-Man, and our dealings with Mephisto have all led up to this moment. I would remind you that failure is not an option.
You worry too much, my good doctor. We are more than prepared to achieve our ultimate goal.
And you worry too little. How often have we all had victory firmly in our grasp, only to have it snatched away by the heroes?
You do realize, Baron Mordo, that the price of failure will be the wrath of Odin. Are you prepared for that?
No. No, I don't suppose I am.
None of us are. It would be a fate worse than death.
And that is why we must be absolutely certain we are willing to do what must be done for success.
Fear not, Dr. Doom. I am prepared for whatever challenges we meet.
As am I. Just knowing the rewards that await makes it all worthwhile.
Of that, you have no fear, Ultron. Everyone will get what's coming to them.
So you have returned to steal from me yet again, eh? Well, you've already taken my one and only possession. So leave me in peace, young one.
I think you've mistaken us for somebody else. We're not thieves. We're looking for Odin. Have you seen him?
Odin passed through here. Shortly after, there were the sounds of a tremendous battle. The ground trembled, and the sky grew dark. But the recent silence does not bode well. I fear Odin is in serious danger.
If you don't mind my asking, who are you?
My name is Vola. I am the prophetess of Asgard. I believe you when you say you are not the thief who stole my ring. But if you should find it and return it to me, I would gladly tell your fortune.
All right, Vola. If we do come across your ring, we'll be sure to bring it back to you. And thanks for the information.
burger, human.
You're an unworthy opponent. Victory is mine!
I have found them.
Your defeat was inevitable.
I have found them. The human has little strength.
You've won nothing. Your effort was pathetic.
You never should have come here.
This whelp is mine.
We certainly showed Vola, didn't we, Kirk?
Yes, but I would not be too proud. Vola never told us where the key was to unlock this trunk.
Give me a boulder, and we'll have no need for a key.
What are you doing, humans? Don't tell me you're here to help Odin.
The gods must truly be defeated to need allies such as these.
You would dare to challenge us? How utterly insane.
Stand and fight me, dog.
Shall I kill you now?
I have no objections.
don't have the power for that.
How can this be?
You stand no chance against the Dark Elves!
You were helpless before the master of mystic arts.
Well fought.
You were almost a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, the chest is open. That must be Vola's stolen ring inside.
Thank you for finding my ring blade. I knew you were an honest man.
No trouble at all. How do you know my name?
I know a great many things, my friend. Such as you must keep the ring, for it will show you the light.
What light?
You will know it when you see it. Though your success will be short-lived, as will you and your friends.
What do you mean, short-lived?
Your entire group is destined to die after you achieve victory.
Impossible. No one's strong enough to take all of us out.
I'm afraid not. You are destined to be destroyed. I have foreseen it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Stand and fight me, dog.
Not so tough now, are you?
Mr. Fantastic.
Beast. Bishop.
Let's take it to him.
Indeed.
Stop there!
You were helpless.
Let us attack, my brethren!
Your effort was perfect.
You stand no chance against the Dark Elf!
Stop there! Give up and let me smash you. Puny humans! Who's next?
Destroy the humans!
Yes.
No!
Very well.
Of course.
So this is the Twilight Sword, the item that Doom traded us to Mephisto for. It is a pity that an arcane object of such importance should be broken. Sith, it is I, Dr. Strange. We have located the Twilight Sword, but it is damaged and lying in the center of a blast crater.
This does not bode well at all. The sword must have been used on Odin. And if that happened...
Then Odin must have fallen in battle.
You must move with all haste. Locate Odin. He is no doubt now the prisoner of Loki and Dr. Doom.
I concur, but it makes no sense. Sif, can you think of why Loki would do this?
I could not even hazard a guess. But do not tarry. Odin's life is most likely in danger.
You are right, of course. We will take action immediately.
Very well. So you are the mighty Ymir, the Frost Giant. Are you here to stop me from reaching Odin?
Ah! That petty tyrant was defeated in battle and taken prisoner by Dr. Doom. Long will I remember the look upon Odin's face as he fell, beaten by the Twilight Sword.
That is a fascinating tale. Do you not see that Doom stands before you? Your stupidity would seem to match your size. Tell me, where exactly did I take Odin after I defeated him?
To the top of Raven Spire. There, Loki will seek out the invincible destroyer armor, and with it, reclaim Asgard.
Well, now that I am here, there will be a slight change of plans, for we shall claim the armor and restore Asgard to the superstitious backwater that it has always been. Now, step aside.
Flee, creature!
Fool! No one can defeat me!
As you wish.
I have
whether Loki and Doom leave us behind. I'll not stand for it.
This is not an unforeseen outcome. They now each get what they desire without having to share the spoils with us.
We'll just see about that. All we have to do is guess which spear is truly Odin's. That will open the barrier.
Can you use your power of mind control to get the elf to choose for us?
It is all too simple for the Master of Magic. Go, elf. Choose a spear for your master, Baron Mordo.
An unfortunate outcome.
How did you get here? You shouldn't have been able to cross the bridge.
Evidence suggests differently. Let us battle them. Enemy targeted.
Of course.
I concur.
My, what an unexpected surprise. But don't you know, it's not safe up here on Raven's Peak. At least not for the likes of you. Sorry, but I'm not exactly sure what's happened to Daddy Dearest. You see, Dr. Doom has him. I seek to take control of the Destroyer armor, but I require 4 God's swords to free it from its prison of ice. It is a magical shell created by Odin. The wearer's consciousness is pulled inside, leaving their body outside in a frozen state. The Destroyer armor is so powerful that even the mighty Thor cannot defeat it. I invite you to do your best, but know this. I will possess the Destroyer armor.
help immediately!
I concur.
Get over here and help me!
Okay.
A little help would be appreciated.
No. Any knowledge you gain would be helpful. All right, Fury out. Welcome back. Affirmative. Good luck, and watch yourselves.
As you wish.
Yes. Of course.
did an excellent job.
Thank you for doing what I could never have accomplished alone. You should know by now that deception is my greatest weapon. You never teleported back to Valhalla. You're in a land of mining. Yes, and now I will take possession of the Destroyer armor and crush the life from you.
have been impossible for you to have defeated the Destroyer. I did exactly as the plan I stole from S.H.I.E.L.D. had specified. I took Odin's body to Raven's Peak, and using arcane spells, I stole his power. Yes, I now control the absolute power of the mightiest god in Asgard. The universe is mine for the taking. Not this time. My triumph will be absolute, for now I will consign you to the eternal darkness of Odin.
Am I dead? Why does heaven smell like a wet dog? Oh wait, never mind.
I am Uatu, the Watcher. I prevented your deaths, for you are needed to save this universe. Listen closely, mortals. Dr. Doom's unrestrained use of Odin's power will soon tear the fabric of reality beyond repair. I have broken my sacred vow to only observe, so that I may give you this one chance to save your world.
Who can stand against the power of Odin? Even the gods of mighty Asgard have fallen.
Doom's power seems unlimited, but you must know a way to stop him.
Yes, there is a chance, but it will be difficult. First, you must obtain the Makran Crystal, a Shi'ar gem of fantastic power. Next, you must acquire another object of great power, and it will take all your strength and skill. You must face the World Eater known as Galactus.
Greetings. I am Watu, the Watcher. And this is Attilan, the moon-based home of the Inhumans. He believes he has, but I saved you at the last possible moment. Though I have vowed to never interfere with earthly affairs, the danger is too great for me to stand idly by. Dr. Doom's misuse of Odin's power is tearing the fabric of reality, and you are the only ones who can defeat him. You must steal Odin's powers away from him, and to do that, you must acquire 2 items from the vast reaches of outer space. The first item needed is a shard of the Makran Crystal, located in the Shi'ar Empire. For more information on this mission, talk to the one called Black Widow. Should you wish to leave immediately, talk to the creature known as Lockjaw.
Mr. Fantastic. Invisible Woman. The Human Torch. The Thing.
Fantastic Four!
We're back in action.
Sure. Sure thing.
Greetings, Johnny. Welcome to Attilan.
Oh, thanks. I just love this place. And not just because Crystal's here.
She is the ruler of the Shi'ar Empire, a vast kingdom that encompasses entire galaxies. Her subjects find her to be wise and just. She has long been a friend of Earth, so I don't believe you will have any trouble in dealing with her. They are a group of humans that had been experimented upon by an advanced race many years ago. Because of that experimentation, the Inhumans now exhibit mutations when exposed to Terrigen mist. It is a compound developed by the Inhumans to trigger mutations. After entering this mist, an Inhuman's special mutant talents will become active. Black Bolt is the king of the Inhumans. His voice is so powerful he dare not speak. Once he uttered the word no, and destroyed a large portion of the city. Yes, his wife Medusa aids him, along with his advisors, Gorgon, Karnak, Triton, and Crystal. I am pleased to help.
Yes.
All right. Welcome to Attilan. I think you will find it most interesting. As you have already heard from Uatu, to defeat Dr. Doom, you must acquire a shard of the Mikran crystal. It is currently located on a capital ship of the Shi'ar Empire. Luckily, we are acquainted with the Shi'ar, and they should be willing to part with the crystal. They are an alien spacefaring race, whose empire spans entire galaxies and incorporates thousands of different species. The vast realm is ruled by a hereditary leader known as the Empress. While the Shi'ar look very similar to humans, there are differences due to the fact that they evolved from birds. The current ruler is Lilandra, a wise and noble leader. She has had dealings with Earth before, most notably the X-Men. Their leader, Professor Xavier, was at one time her consort. Over the years there has been trouble for the Shi'ar throne. Lilandra's brother, Diken, almost destroyed the Empire during his reign, and Deathbird, Lilandra's sister, has made several attempts to seize control for herself. Quite well. Cyclops' father, Chris Summers, first encountered the Shi'ar when they attacked his plane and took him away from Earth. Eventually, he escaped and formed the Starjammers. The Starjammers are a group of convicts who engaged in space piracy during the reign of Diken. Once Lilandra came into power, they became friends of the Shi'ar Empire, and now engage in more legal forms of business. You are very welcome.
Why not?
Hello, Thing. Welcome to Attilan.
Please, call me Ben.
You are very welcome. All right.
Sure.
Hi, Reed. Welcome to Attilan.
Thanks, Hank. It's always great to be back here.
No one knows where it came from, but the crystal is supposed to be very powerful. Some sort of interdimensional nexus. It's basically a doorway to a dimension full of high-density neutron stars. Thing is, if that doorway collapses, the gravitational forces would cause our universe to be pulled through. That's the remains of an old city built by aliens known as the Kree. From here, the Kree traveled to Earth to genetically alter a group of humans in hopes of using them as soldiers. Eventually, the Kree gave up on their experiments and left Earth, but the genetically altered humans remained behind. They became known as the Inhumans. Their first city was located on an island in the North Atlantic. But as mankind developed better forms of transportation, the Inhumans moved their city to a spot in the Himalayas. Finally, the pollution of Earth became too much for them, so they moved everything up here to the moon. Hey, it's what I'm here for.
No problem.
Welcome to Attilan. I'm glad you could make it. Things were a little touch and go there in Asgard. This is Attilan. It was built by the Inhumans on Earth and moved to the moon a few years back. For now. But once Doom finishes with the Earth, who knows what he'll set his sights on next. We don't have much information at the moment, but we do know that Dr. Doom has beaten every attempt to stop him. You name it, it's been tried. Air assaults, land assaults. We've even tried laser attacks from space. Nothing phases him. Yes. By defeating Thor's father with the Twilight Sword and then taking him to the top of Raven's Spire, Doom knew he could steal Odin's power. It's useless to fight him in our current condition. So, we're going to do exactly what Doom did and steal Odin's power back. You're welcome.
Certainly.
Greetings, Reed Richards. It is good to see you.
Uatu, I'm pleased to see you as well. Thank you for saving us from Dr. Doom.
Although it goes against my pledge of non-interference, I found I could not stand idly by and allow Dr. Doom to destroy this universe. His abuse of the power stolen from Odin is beginning to strain reality. If left unchecked, Dr. Doom will cause a disruption in the time-space continuum that will consume this entire dimension. I am Uatu, the Watcher. Since before your people lived in caves, I have observed Earth and noted your evolution. I find that over the millennia, I have grown fond of your people. It would be unfortunate if you were destroyed. We are a race that is dedicated to observing the intelligent life forms of other worlds. On rare occasions, we return to our home planet and exchange this information. The first planet we observed, we gave rudimentary technology to. Much to our dismay, they destroyed themselves with it. You are most welcome.
Certainly.
It is a pleasure to see you again, Susan Richards.
Hello, Uatu. Thank you for saving us from Dr. Doom.
You are most welcome.
Yes? Was there something else you need? You are...
No problem.
Hello, Johnny Storm.
Thanks for saving our bacon, Uatu. And I like what you've done with your hair. Very low maintenance.
You are most welcome.
Yeah!
Greetings, Ben Grimm. Welcome to Attilan.
We owe you big time, Uatu. Thanks for pulling our fat out of the fire.
You are most welcome.
Certainly.
On behalf of Black Bolt, monarch of my people, welcome to Attilan. My name is Crystal. I would remind you not to attempt conversation with Black Bolt. His vocal power is so immense that he could destroy half of this city with a whisper. I have a question for you. My sister Medusa had traveled to Earth in search of the ultimate nullifier to defeat Dr. Doom. But we haven't heard from Medusa in quite some time, and we aren't certain where she might have gone for the device. She's either at the Baxter Building, SHIELD Headquarters, or Muir Island. Would you mind asking Dr. Pym where the ultimate nullifier is being kept?
Greetings, Reed Richards. It is good to see you, although I wish it were under better circumstances.
Hello, Triton. I'm sorry to hear that Medusa's missing. How's Black Bolt taking it?
Not well at all. He's very agitated, and I'm afraid he may go off and search for her by himself.
That would be extraordinarily bad. I'd hate to think of the destruction he'd cause if he wound up in a fight to save her.
My feelings exactly. Luckily, he's listening to reason and staying put, while someone else looks for her. I am an advisor to Black Bolt, and I was also one of the first Inhumans to leave the confines of Attilan. Unfortunately, that led to my capture by a film crew. Eventually, and because of that incident, Attilan was transported to the Himalayas, and sometime after that we moved to our current location on the Moon. We prefer to avoid contact with humans. Not that we fear you. Rather, we fear your ignorance and your suspicion of that which is different. Over time, your kind would have sought to attack us. That, plus the fact that your pollution of the air has made Earth's atmosphere all but unbreathable for us. I was there all those long decades ago when a ship of yours, the Lusitania, was sunk. At first, I was sickened that your kind could commit such an atrocity. I was about to depart when I heard your people's cries for help. I knew I couldn't leave them to drown. Unfortunately, I was only able to save one young boy named Billy. But since that day, I felt somewhat of an obligation to help your kind. You're quite welcome.
Reed, it's always a pleasure to see you here in Attilan.
Hello, Crystal. It's been too long since the Fantastic Four last visited here.
My name is Crystal. I'm the sister of Medusa, who's the wife of Black Bolt. Yes, I have the psionic ability to control the 4 elements: fire, water, earth, and air. A handheld device of unknown origin, the ultimate nullifier is thought to be able to eliminate any target desired. Apparently, even Galactus is frightened by it. You're welcome.
Certainly.
Hi, Sue. I'm glad you could make it to Attilan.
It's always nice to visit here, Crystal.
You're welcome.
Okay by me. Hey, Crystal. You're looking really good.
It's good to see you too, Donnie. It's been a while.
Yeah, about that, I've been meaning to call, but the Fantastic Four was off in the negative zone for a while, and now there's this thing with the Masters of Evil trying to take over the world, and...
Don't worry, Johnny. I'm not angry. I realize you have other interests, just as I do.
Wait a second, other interests? What other interests? Look, I promise, as soon as we save the world, you and I are going out. And you won't have to pay for anything this time.
Why not?
Ben Grimm, it's been too long since you last came to Attilan.
Aw, keep that up and you're gonna make me blush, Crystal.
You're welcome.
Humans in the council chamber of Attilan. Never thought I'd see the day. But these are strange times indeed, seeing as how you are our only hope of finding Medusa. I suppose I should welcome you. My name is Gorgon, and I am the Minister of War for the royal family. The name is Gorgon. I am in charge of Attilan's military. But don't think I got the job just because I'm cousin to King Black Bolt and his insane brother. Yes, Maximus is a telepath who's tried to take the throne of Attilan a number of times. Once he even staged an uprising of the Alpha Primitives. But don't worry, I have him safely locked up in the maze. They are the working-class clones who live beneath the city of Attilan. They perform all the heavy tasks needed to keep the city running. No. At one point they could have been considered that, but they have been given their freedom. Many of them just enjoy doing the work they were trained to do, and don't want to leave. You're welcome, I guess.
Certainly. Greetings, Black Bolt. I can understand your concern for Medusa, but I wouldn't worry. She's a strong woman and can take care of herself.
Certainly. Hello, Black Bolt. I know you're worried about Medusa, but if there's anyone who can take care of herself, it's your wife.
You got it. Hi, Black Bolt. Don't you worry about Medusa. I'm sure she'll turn up and she'll be just fine.
Yeah! Hey, Black Bolt, don't you fret. If there's anyone who can take care of herself, it's your wife.
I've never been so glad to lay eyes on my own kind. I'd heard you were dead. We're helpless. Doom shrugged off every attempt we've made, and we've hit his castle with everything we've got. Small tactical teams, stealth bombers, laser-guided missiles. Heck, we even tried the new gamma bombs. Nothing slows him down. Yeah, the X-Men and several other teams made a direct attack on Castle Doom. He beat them all, even Professor Xavier. I've never seen anything like it. What worries me most is Dr. Doom's just starting to learn about his powers. What's he going to do once he gains full control? I wish I had better news for you.
Yes.
Deadpool.
Oh yeah, it's clobbering time!
Hi, welcome to Attilan. The Fantastic Four had been looking after it, but then I think S.H.I.E.L.D. took it. You should ask Nick Fury. Hey, it's what I'm here for.
Hello, Deadpool.
Sir! Hello, sir! Private Deadpool reporting for orders! Which hand am I supposed to salute with?
It was for a short time, but after the attack on the helicarrier and the Omega, it was given to the X-Men to hide. Ask the Black Widow about it. You're welcome.
Welcome to Attilan. I think you will find it most interesting, as you have already... It is currently... Yes, it was given to them a short time ago. They placed the device on Muir Island, under the care of Dr. Moira McTaggart. The security systems there are currently the best in the world. They are constantly being upgraded by the X-Men known as Forge and Beast. You are very welcome.
Hello, it's good to see you. What can I do for you? Oh yes, he and I first met in college. We were supposed to be roommates, but he took an instant disliking to me and moved somewhere else. And that actually worked out for the best. Because I wound up with Ben Grimm as my roommate, and we've been best friends ever since. Pretty much exactly how he is today. Arrogant, egotistical, and a genius. It's a shame, really. There was a time when I thought he and I could be friends. Well, in some ways, he and I are very much alike in our pursuit of science. The main difference is, I enjoy knowledge for the sake of knowledge. Doom, on the other hand, acquires knowledge in the hopes of using it as a weapon. Back in college, I pointed out an error in a project he was working on. He, of course, refused to accept that he was capable of making a mistake, so he proceeded with the experiment. Unfortunately, I was correct, and the equipment exploded. Doom wound up being expelled from college because of it. To this day, he still thinks I tampered with the experiment and caused all his troubles. It was no problem at all.
Yes? Did you need something else? You're welcome.
Mr. Fantastic.
Fantastic Four!
Stay focused, team.
Greetings, Reed Richards. It is good to see you in Attilan again.
Hi, Karnak. It's good to see you too. It's been a while since our last visit.
Yes, I am. My gift is the ability to see the weakness in anything. A plan, an item, even a person. Which explains why I'm part of my cousin's council. Black Bolt, king of the Inhumans. He often uses me as a strategist to find what problems there might be in any plans we conceive. That is Lockjaw. He's really quite an amazing creature. He has the ability to teleport anyone anywhere in this universe and even to other dimensions. Not at all. In fact, he rather enjoys your race, his favorite being the Thing from the Fantastic Four. I profess we were somewhat reluctant to allow you here. But Uatu explained the situation to us. It would seem inevitable. He knows of us, and given his power, we are too tempting a target for him to ignore. I'm pleased to help.
Okay.
Welcome, Sue Richards. We had missed you.
Hello, Karnak. It's always exciting to visit Attilan.
I'm pleased to help.
You got it.
Hello, Johnny Storm.
Karnak, You know, you really ought to try smiling sometime. Give your cheeks something to do.
I'm pleased to help.
Gotcha.
Welcome, Ben Grimm.
Hey, Karnak. You're looking happy as ever.
I'm pleased to help.
Hey, you big drool bucket. I missed you too.